From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
It's been a really hot and humid day across the area. In fact, we're starting to see some of those showers and storms bubble up because of that heat and humidity, and they're going to continue into this rest of this evening. We're also seeing that heat advisory right now for the most of the mid-Michigan area. That's until 8 p.m. tonight. We also have a severe thunderstorm watch until it'll be about 10 p.m. for tonight. That's the chance for those strong to severe thunderstorms. Temperatures right now are into the 80s, 87 in Lansing, 83 in Mason, 88 in Jackson, 91 degrees down into Hillsdale. Dew points are very soupy, or making us feel very humid. 70 degrees into Jackson, 68 into Hillsdale, 63-degree dew points here in the Lansing area. Over the next 12 hours, we'll continue to see this heat and humidity and our temperatures falling into the 70s. Very warm temperatures still tonight, but we're still going to keep an eye on those scattered storms that could bring some damaging winds. All the full details coming up in just a little bit. 6 News at 5:30 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 5:30.
Right now at 5:30, details on what's being called a murder-suicide in Kent County. Plus, a stolen car crashed through the front of a church in North Carolina. And people come to the rescue of a mother dolphin in distress. Those stories and a lot more, and all in the first 6 minutes. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Siobhan Klepfer. Let's start that clock. And we begin tonight in Kent County, where deputies now say 2 bodies found in Gaines Township are being investigated as a murder-suicide case. The Kent County Sheriff's Office says 52-year-old Troy Balser and 43-year-old Elizabeth Weber are the 2 people found dead in a home on Monday. Weber had multiple gunshot wounds, while Balser had 1. Officials say there was a domestic argument that ended with Balser shooting Weber before killing himself. Tonight, police urge anyone in a dangerous domestic situation to call police or contact other resources to get some help. Moving to Berrien County, where a man is charged with murder, accused of shooting his girlfriend to death near Niles. Authorities say 33-year-old Renee Alvarado from Indiana killed 29-year-old Courtney Hirschberger in a home on Monday. Tonight, Alvarado is being held on a $2 million bond. Today, the U.S. Department of Education announced an investigation into the University of Michigan and Western Michigan University for scholarships connected to DACA. The DACA program, that's the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program that lets those who come into the U.S. as minors without documentation, allowing them to stay in the country. The Trump administration says scholarships just for those in the DACA program might be a form of discrimination. The 2 Michigan schools are among 5 in total being investigated across the country. Staying with higher education, Columbia University reached a deal with the Trump administration to pay more than $220 million to the government over 3 years. The administration will then restore federal research money it canceled because of so-called anti-Semitism on college campuses during protests against the Israel-Hamas war. Columbia must also release reports showing it's engaging in what the administration says is unlawful DEI behavior. In Ohio today, the man accused of ambushing and shooting 3 police officers Wednesday has been identified as 28-year-old Michael Parker. Authorities say they believe Parker acted alone when he used a high-powered rifle to shoot and injure 3 officers, Philip Wagner, Peter Gale, and Brent Payne. 2 of the officers had multiple gunshot wounds and were listed in critical condition. The other officer was shot in the hand. It has not been announced yet if Parker was killed by the officers or if he took his own life, and this case is still under investigation. Wow, well, that was a car the police say was stolen, crashing through the front of a church in North Carolina on Tuesday. They say police saw the reported stolen car and the driver immediately took off, skidding out of control in the church parking lot. 2 people then got out of the car and ran. Officers arrested 1 of them. Looking overseas, a passenger plane carrying 48 people crashed in Russia's Far East earlier today. The country's civil aviation authority says everyone on board was killed in the crash. It's not yet clear what caused the plane to go down. Records show it was built in 1976. The World Food Program now says about 1/4 of Gaza's population is living in famine. It also called the killing of Palestinians near U.S.-run food distribution sites completely avoidable. More than 1,000 Palestinians have been killed by Israeli forces since May while trying to get food in the Gaza Strip. That is according to the UN Human Rights Office. More than 100 charity and human rights groups say Israel's blockade and ongoing military offensive are pushing Palestinians in the Gaza Strip towards starvation. Israel's foreign ministry accused the groups of echoing Hamas's propaganda. As a wildfire burns across the nation of Cyprus, other countries are now sending help. Israel, Jordan, and Spain sent aircrafts to bolster firefighters on the island nation today. More than 46 square miles have burned, most of that in the forested hills. More than 250 firefighters, 75 engines, and 14 aircrafts were working to contain those flames. In Australia, officials announced today that they will reduce restrictions on beef imports from the United States. The Trump administration says this is a major victory over what it calls non-scientific trade barriers. Australian officials say the restrictions are meant to protect against mad cow disease. But those restrictions were only against beef originating in Mexico or Canada and being sold through the U.S. American beef has been imported to Australia since 2019. A mother bottlenose dolphin is swimming free tonight with her calf after getting tangled up in a rope off the coast of Florida. Take a look. Sheriff's officials there shared this video of rescuers coming to help it. They say a volunteer with Hub's SeaWorld Research Institute reported a dolphin in apparent distress after it had become entangled in the lines of a crab trap. Deputies and rescuers with the Research Institute were able to get it free, allowing mom and baby to swim away. And rounding out the first 6 minutes of news tonight, more than 130,000 people have started to arrive in San Diego, California for Comic-Con International. It's a 4-day pop culture spectacle. This year will feature updates on upcoming movies, major star power from famous actors and directors, as well as amazing displays, interactive exhibits, exclusive merchandise, comic book art, and of course, plenty of costumes.
Tomorrow on Te Fiti for Moana. Amazing. Yes, it's a little hot, but it'll do. Friday is going to be the Evil Queen, of course. And then I have Poison Ivy. So a little DC for you.
Among the star power this year, Star Wars creator George Lucas, who's making his very first appearance this year. Comic-Con ends on Sunday. I would love to go to that one. I know we just had one in Lansing recently. This one would be something, though.
Yeah, I think Katie is there right now, and she's attending some of these fun events. It looks like amazing. It looks a lot of fun, especially with all the costumes and all the different personalities that are there at that Comic-Con.
For sure. The weather here in mid-Michigan, not amazing. Very hot. Almost dangerous.
It's very, very hot, very humid weather you can wear, and that's really going to continue into the next couple of days. So it's going to be good ice cream weather for the next couple of days.